Another new AEW signing has been revealed. In addition to that, I'm going to be talking about Mia Yim and a huge update post WWE release. Of course, if you guys don't watch the NWA, you might want to be watching this video because I'm going to tell you guys about a huge story. A new NWA champion has been crowned, and I'm hoping this leads to something bigger and better for the NWA promotion. As always, I keep you guys updated 7 days a week, everything that's happening in pro wrestling. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm really excited for the Detroit Rams. Go Stafford. All right, now with that being said, guys, we got to talk about it. Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder. You guys might remember him. He's been absolutely killing it post-WWE. This time, he's making a name known for himself in various promotions. But right now, Impact Wrestling, he is the new digital media champion. He defeated Jordan Grace. Also, on top of that, he is involved in a major storyline for GCW, Game Changer Wrestling. But last night, Matt Cardona defeated Trevor Murdoch at the NWA Power Trip show. And Matt Cardona is now the new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Fantastic finish, by the way. Matt Cardona leaving WWE and being able to develop this amazing post-WWE career. It's very telling as to how talented he is. Somebody who completely got over on his own accord, doing big things for himself, and I hope this leads to a more modernized version of NWA. I try getting into NWA. I try watching it here and there. Nostalgia is a very hard thing to sell in 2022 when it comes to wrestling. There's not enough real estate in the mind for somebody to be able to literally watch every single wrestling program out there. So NWA is, they don't draw the biggest crowds. They don't draw the biggest viewership on YouTube or Fight TV, but they have potential. They have a great roster. They just need to modernize it, I think. They need to give it a new identity. And I know that's very difficult because NWA is such an old school type of promotion. It's such a classic, legendary promotion. It's such a big organization in terms of history. But at the same time, too, we're looking towards the future of the business, and I think we need to see it become a little bit more modernized. I think they are doing the right booking, the right stuff. They have the great roster. Matt Cardona winning the championship, I hope, transitions NWA into a more modern type of wrestling company. Because I feel like if NWA didn't rely on nostalgia, I feel like NWA could have been where GCW is right now. And that is considered a really good thing, in my opinion. Guys, I want to talk to you about Mia Yim. As you guys know, her 90-day non-compete clause with WWE is officially over. Her new husband, Keith Lee, debuted at AEW. And yes, there is this huge belief that Mia Yim will in fact go to AEW. There's also some belief that Impact Wrestling is interested as well. But of course, we expected Mia Yim to debut rather soon. And Mia Yim had gone to Twitter and tweeted out an update as to why she is not on TV anywhere. Mia Yim tweeted last night, "To those wondering why I'm not back in the ring yet, February is a busy month. With the wedding and the move, I decided to not take any bookings until March to focus on getting everything handled at home first. So don't worry, I will see you all in the ring in March. #HBIC. Now, Mia Yim obviously getting released by WWE was a really good thing for every other promotion because, I've always said Impact has a really good knockouts division. They really do a good job with their females in that division. I think they do a really good job of making sure that they're all important and having good matches and good stories. I think AEW is getting better in that regard. If I am a wrestler and I just got released by WWE, AEW is probably going to be able to pay the most. Plus, obviously, the TV deal is pretty nice because you have a chance to be on TBS. But if you're one of those people who are looking to sign with a company and be able to wrestle and still be on TV and still be able to do other things, Impact Wrestling is still a good option. I still believe that Mia Yim is going to AEW. Now, with that being said, I think Mia Yim should be able to do both. I want to see this forbidden door extend to the women because you have Deonna Purrazzo, who is now holding the ROH World Championship for women. Then you have, you just have so many different things happening in wrestling. Like, it's okay to open that door for the women too, I think, and have them have these big matches. Who knows? Maybe Mia Yim debuts at Revolution or something. I don't know. But I would believe that Mia Yim is probably AEW bound. And guys, for our final story of the day, it sounds like we're making a lot of videos on new AEW signings, and honestly, we have been. But that's not my fault. I'm not the one who's signing a ton of people. AEW is. And AEW just, very interestingly enough, decided to sign a huge wrestling prospect, Nick Wayne. Now, if you guys are unaware, late last night, Darby Allin showed up at Defy Wrestling. Nick Wayne is, I believe, 17 years old. 16 or 17 years old. He just fought in the main event match against Christopher Daniels, I believe, for the championship. He lost, but it was a fantastic match. Darby Allin came out. Darby Allin offered him a contract to AEW, in which the crowd obviously went really crazy, and Nick Wayne said yes. Nick Wayne is all elite. He even tweeted it out to confirm it. And by the way, Swerve, he showed up, and it looks like we might be getting Darby Allin versus Swerve at some point in the future, whether that's in AEW or Defy or somewhere else in the indies. You never really know. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Nick Wayne is a prospect. He's 17 years old. I don't think his contract will become legal until he's 18. But nonetheless, Nick Wayne going to AEW would be pretty massive for AEW's future. I look at prospects as an important part of wrestling. So this is a little bit of a different signing for AEW, because I don't think AEW is going to sign Nick Wayne and immediately put him on TV. I genuinely don't believe that. I see Nick Wayne kind of getting the Hook treatment, and the aspect of like, okay, we'll expose him to our audience, but like we're not really gonna have him in matches and stuff until just yet. And perhaps maybe they put him on Dark, maybe they put him on Dark Elevation, whatever. But my point that I'm making is them bringing in Nick Wayne tells me that AEW is looking at the future of the company, which is exciting. I think that's important. I'm assuming that Nick Wayne's contract is probably not the same type of contract that a guy like Bryan Danielson gets, right? So I don't really see an issue with this signing. Now, granted, only time will tell, because we don't really know what to expect. And that's the thing that gets really tricky here, because Nick Wayne is somebody who a lot of people don't know who he is, you know, especially if you don't watch indie wrestling. You have no idea who this kid is. But when he's 18, when he's ready to go, when he could actually wrestle for AEW, I think there's going to be a lot of similarities to the way he's booked compared to Hook. And then I think once they actually let him go in the ring and do his like amazing in-ring work, I think they're going to have something very special with that. And you know, it's no different. I think AEW and WWE, if you're making signings for the future of your company and investing money in the youth, I think that's massive. It doesn't matter how many people you've signed. So I don't really have an issue with this signing. I think it's important to invest in the youth of wrestling, because at the end of the day, one day, Keith Lee and Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, eventually all these people are going to retire. So you got to get these people some type of exposure. You got to give these people some type of experience, so that way when time comes, they're ready. And who knows what happens here. Interestingly enough, I've seen a couple people compare him to Will Ospreay. So I don't know. I haven't seen enough of his matches to truly understand that comparison. But from what I've seen, he is actually really talented. So going to be really interesting stuff. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time.